What's up, everybody? This is a Force of Nature Spiritual Awakening, and today we will be discussing Uranus in the eighth house. So, I have been noticing that my volume level seems to be quite low. I am working on that so that everybody can hear exactly what I'm saying at a good high level volume. Okay. However, I do appreciate the fact that everybody is tuning in and is showing up in that kind of way. I do appreciate you all. So, first, we're going to address what Uranus is about. Uranus is the planet of being a genius, a freak. It has to do with science, being unique, being a rebel, and rebellious. Has a lot to do with originality, also technology, electricity, inventions, being innovative, brilliant. Now, Uranus will bring sudden and unexpected changes to the table. Anytime you're dealing with Uranus, it is going to be very erratic, very eccentric, and can also bring a violent, risk taker nature to the table. It has a lot to do with being free. So, it's going to have to do with your freedom, independent, and also unconventional. This is all what Uranus is about. So now the eighth house in the natal birth chart has to do with sex, death, rebirth, and transformation. It is a house of secrets, hidden information, hidden knowledge, the occult, astrology, magic, spells, alchemy, intimacy, and also inheritance. So this is definitely going to be the house where you can inherit something from somebody. This also does represent other people's money, other people's finances, joint finances, banking, loans, and taxes. So this house is a real high packed house. The eighth house is ruled by Scorpio, and Pluto is the ruler of Scorpio, along with Mars. But this specific house is really about um, being ruled by Scorpio and all the traits that comes along with Scorpio and Pluto. So we're going to jump right into this today. Uranus in the eighth house, men and women. These men and women have a sudden realization. Their transformation process happens very fast and quickly with this placement, and often when they least expect it, the least. Uranus in the eighth house, as far as the planet goes itself, it is going to be showing up in a way when it is a crisis situation, difficult situations, and issues arise. That's when Uranus is going to definitely be highly potent in the eighth house. If it is not problem solving or a crisis situation or a difficulty as far as issues go, Uranus is going to be more laid back in the cut as far as the eighth house goes until those problems and difficulties do arise. This is where Uranus is going to be presented um, strongly to its highest potential. This is where you're going to see Uranus operating when it is a crisis situation. So it's not going to be in your every single day life that you're going to be dealing with this energy. Okay. However, Uranus will become visible in your life only in special moments. These men and women will have a hard time expressing the Uranus energy, searching for freedom, independence, being quirky and weird. Sometimes these qualities were not encouraged in their childhood, and you learn that you have to hide it. So, now what's going on with this placement is that these men and women early on in life wanted to be able to express their rebellious side, rebellious nature. They wanted to express all those unusual thoughts that they had in their mind. They wanted to be able to let somebody know what was going on and how they was feeling and things like that. And it was not being able to do it. for some apparent reason. So now these men and women find space to be their self in a cult practice. Okay? You will keep this eccentric side secret. So when they get along with themselves, as far as when they were younger, they will probably very intrigued and interested into the occult, astrology, learning about the human mind, how it operates, learning about the psyche, um, probably very much into symbols and signs, wanting to uncover the truth, wanting to uncover all that knowledge. They wanted to do these things, and they did do it a lot of times in the privacy of their own comfort zone, not outly in the open. So they could have very well, like it already said, kept it very hidden, kept it very private, didn't want a lot of people to know what they were involved in, what they were getting into. And it could have been very for the reason that people could have shunned them if they knew that they was into these things, looking up these things, or even discussing these things with other people out in the world. It would have been greatly frowned upon on them. So you will be intrigued and interested in life, death, occult secrets of life, hidden knowledge, alchemy, astrology, and psychology. You may have an unusual sexual desire, okay? Other people may think it's strange or even shocking. So, of course, these men and women, because they are so drawn to all of these kind of things that, especially back in the days where people were also into it, but they wasn't acting like they was. And with this placement, this really does signify that they had a very unique mind, original mind, very eccentric in nature. This is their personality and aura also that they're holding inside of themselves. But for some reason, it was blocked. It wasn't brought to the light where they could fully express it. So now, when they become adults, they are absolutely going to be drawn to these things 10 times more. It's going to be intensified as far as their sexual desires and urges. They may want to do things that other people don't do. Okay, they can probably want to have threesomes. They can visualize having their partners just watching their partners have sex with somebody else. All different types of things can go on, and it can be very strange and shocking to other people that their minds are so advanced in this kind of way, because these men and women are kind of very free spirits. They want to be liberated. They want to be able to explore anything that's being hidden, anything that has to do with secrets and secret lives, deception, and things like that. These men and women are absolutely drawn to. So these men and women are absolutely afraid of intimacy. There is a detached, unemotional attitude towards relationships. So if you are dealing with somebody that has their Uranus in the eighth house, you just really need to understand that a lot of things went on and took place in their life where they were not able to fully express their emotions or their true feelings on things. And because of this, they will struggle in partnerships, relationships, and they will have a detached nature where it can be almost sometimes very distant, very hard to reach them on certain levels. They could have an attitude where it seems like they don't care, but that may not be the case that they don't care. What it is they don't know how to express it like others may do it. Okay, they may know that they're feeling a certain kind of way. They know there's something going on with them, but they can't pinpoint exactly what it is. And when they do express it, it can be in outbursts. It can seem a little off, like, oh damn, I didn't know you was that mad, or you was that aggravated, or you felt that way. But it's something like it almost just happens suddenly. It suddenly just happens to them because Uranus is in the eighth house. So things are going to jump off and take place off the rip at a second's notice. Okay? As far as being afraid of intimacy, these men and women, they do want to be able to love. They want to be able to feel that love. you know what I'm saying, to the highest capacity. But what's going on with them is that the very things that they do want is the very fucking things that they do fear. They fear being involved in a relationship and losing themselves in it. They fear being with somebody and then being disappointed and heartbroken. So they have to build up a wall, a protective wall, so that this does not happen to them, so that they do not get hurt in that kind of way. And because of that, they are afraid of intimacy. Okay, and they can come off as being very detached, emotional, um, unemotional, and not really finding it hard for other people to get through to them. Okay, as far as your death, okay, goes, as far as the way that you will die and pass away. And I really don't like to get into all of that because you cannot predict somebody's death, how they're going to die, when they're going to die, or anything like that. But these are some scenarios so that you can take caution and have a little understanding, idea of what it may be like. Of course, you're going to have other things in your natal birth chart that are going to probably show you something else, a little bit something more. You see what I'm saying? But these are some scenarios. So when these people are not expecting it, they can pass away very suddenly, suddenly, and it can be very unexpected. Okay, when it does happen, when that day does come. Okay, it can even be that they die in a very unusual kind of way. All right, it can be connected to earthquakes, thunder, natural disasters, or even electricity. Okay, so now when these people do pass away, it will be of great shock to people that know them. Okay, it will be very sudden, almost like out of the blue. You know, like you was here today and you're going tomorrow, which in a lot of cases that is how a lot of people do die. But with you, this placement is signifying that these things can be themes as far as the earthquakes, thunder, natural disasters, and even electricity. Okay, now when it comes down to money, you can manage your money in an unusual way. So it is best if you have a calm approach to money. Paying your taxes is very essential as far as with this placement. Okay. A lot of people with this placement can be investors, investing into stock, investing into different, you know what I'm saying, companies, and even into technology, computers, and things like that, the internet. And they can do this quite often, do this quite well, and know how to manage it. All right. A lot of people don't know how to manage their money, but these men and women seem to have that niche. You must take caution in business dealings and read every bit of information down to a T that is being presented to you. A lot of times, people can try to deceive these men and women if they are not reading everything. And even if you're reading everything, you really do need to ask questions on things that you might not be so clear about. Okay, don't be afraid to ask those questions. Uranus in the eighth house, we know you ain't afraid of it. Okay, but just make sure that you do it because people could definitely try to shiest you. They can definitely try to get you for your bread, get you for your money, cut you out of deals. All types of things can go on and take place. So you do need to take some caution. Um, Also with this placement, you can be into new banking technologies. Okay, investing in stock related to internet and technology once again. Okay, so now these men and women, um they really do have some kind of personality that comes along with them. They are very much drawn to the occult, astrology. They can even probably perfect this to the highest extent if they really got into it full blown. They would do excellent. All right, psychology, counseling people, being counselors, talking with somebody that went through crisis situations, dealing with things that are hidden. They could be researchers, even investigators, private investigators, people that are digging up that information, pulling back those layers, and really getting down to the nitty gritty, getting down to the motherfucking depth. These men and women can do this very well. Their minds are going to be very of a quick kind of mind. Okay, they're going to have a quick mind and have a thirst and a need to search for more information. As far as their emotions go, they are not emotional like that, and they are not going to express it in the way that you are looking for. If you are a more sensitive person, or if you are looking for that kind of person that's going to be like that, these men and women are going to look at things, and they're going to take their emotions, and instead of feeling it to the highest level, they are going to actually just intellectualize their emotions. They're going to pick them apart. They're going to take them apart. They're going to put them back on paper. They're going to look at it. They're going to review it again, put it back so they can see the big picture. This is what they do. They are really going to go into their mind, and they are not traditional. They are very much unconventional. So you're not going to see them do things the way that a lot of other people would do it. They're going to do things almost like the opposite of what you normally see. Okay? They are highly unique. They are innovative people. They can create things that you have never seen before. They can be into some things that you have never done before. This is what these men and women are about. So I am going to leave this on this note for now. In future videos to come, I will go into more depth into this placement. Please be sure to check out my online store. It is Grimy Gear at www.grimygear.com. If you need a caterer, be sure to hit me up. I am the chef goddess also at Supreme Royale Catering at gmail.com. If you need my husband to do any work to your home, swimming pool, or business, his business is Steve's Handy Helpers, and you can hit him up at aronnesbitt90 at gmail.com. If you would like a birth chart reading, that will be $50 for 2 hours. If you would like a synastry chart or a composite chart, that will be $70 for 2 hours. And if you would like a tarot card reading on love and relationships, um, love and relationships, financial matters or careers, your health, or even spirituality, that will be $30. So this has been a Force of Nature, Spiritual Awakening. Love is love. Peace and blessings to you all, and I will see you on the next one.